ahoy there. It is currently Monday and already been busy working on the read-through of the first draft of my novel and started editing the video that should be going out tonight. I don't know yet if it will make it because of re-editing the Pokemon video, which hasn't gone out. In theory it's going to go out on Thursday. I've had to order an external hard drive to try and help. Basically the file's just too big. So yeah, hopefully that will help, but that's coming tomorrow. But that means it's eaten into the time I would be using to edit tonight's video. It's about halfway edited now, I think. Not all my files are uploaded and my computer decided to rebel this morning, so I'll have to try that again in a bit. Other things I want to get done today is our canine's going back today. I've just got to find a box to send him back in, and I also want to tidy the cards that are on the desk, get those stacked and out the way, and then hopefully this afternoon Jay and I are going to start learning to play the game. Then I don't know about tidying wise. I'd like to get some more of the space down there done. However, yeah, I don't know if there's going to be enough time to do that as well, because there's obviously other bits and pieces around the house that need doing, so it's just depending what time there is left once I've done everything else. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, let's get into sorting and I will catch you later. It is Wednesday and I've finally got the vlog to export, so that's currently uploading to YouTube. If you can hear the laptop in the background, I apologise for that, but you know, it's doing what it needs to do. I did get the external hard drive, but I did my usual where I didn't check 100% what I was ordering. You know, I did search for a specific size. I wanted a minimum of a terabyte. Got it from Amazon, and what I had been noticing that Amazon was doing was, if you were searching for something like that and a page had multiple different sizes on it of sort of anything, you know, it would automatically change to the one you'd looked for. I didn't think to double check it, and when I got it out the box I discovered it was only 500 gigabytes, which is just not big enough for what I need. So yeah, that's going back. Once I've got the refund for that, I will order the proper terabyte version. Don't know why I do it to myself. Anyway, apart from that, the Pokemon video, I've discovered I might be able to upload straight to YouTube from the editing software without it downloading to the computer. I don't know, I've not tested it. Hopefully I can test it sort of Sunday probably, because as I mentioned, you know, I'm working all week, so it just depends what else I can get done in the mornings. I'm still getting up at 7, so I've got a bit more time, and as you know, part of that is because I've been working on my novel. This morning I finished the read through. Now it only took about 8 hours to read through it all, which is not great. And I also discovered that it's got enough holes in it to drain your pasta. And it's just, oh. No, I think what happened was that because I'd done so many versions of the previous iteration of the novel, so before I made it fantasy, I had a lot of information up here and not all of it made it from here to the page. A little bit frustrating, but at the same time, because I know the word count's so low, it means I've got space to fit all that back in, as well as the world building that's missing. So a lot of it was just I wasn't 100% sure what I wanted. Like, one thing I hadn't decided was the technology levels, whether it was going to be similar to ours as it is now. You know, I knew it wasn't going to be Victorian, I knew it wasn't going to be that sort of era. But yeah, it was just sort of figuring all that kind of stuff out. So I really wanted to get the story out. That was my main goal, which I did, and I'm really happy about that. So yeah, now I'm just working on timeline stuff and world building. There will be some videos around the world building aspects that I do. Maybe only a couple, I'm not sure yet. Actually, there's 3 I can think of doing. So yeah, there's those to look forward to. Crafting is on hold at the minute anyway because of work. For the most part, and as I've said, this place is in a bit of a mess. Let me give you a quick see. That's just the bare desk. I won't show you around the other side because I've just realised there's an envelope there with my address on it, which you'll see. I'm not doxing myself. Yeah, so that's still a work in progress. One thing I did realise though is that the printer is still on a cardboard box. I can't remember if it's empty or not, but it was the only thing I had to hand that could sort of keep it up off the floor and level it enough that I can just access it from my chair by the computer. So what I want to get is a set of drawers for that. It might mean that I don't need a second set for over here. We'll just have to wait and see. You know, it's just wasted space, and I want to be able to put like more art supplies over there. Like, I haven't really got a set place for my pencils. I've got 3 drawers in the messy desk, but they're only small, and you know, you can't get a huge amount of stuff in there. And at the moment, one's full of like half-finished drawing pages, something I'll go through in another video, and one's got my sketchbooks in and the other one's got my notebooks for the book that I'm working on, as well as like bits and pieces like medications, stuff like that. So yeah, it's just, why have I got messages on my phone? Go away. Anyway, yeah, so that's sort of where I'm at the minute. I need to go make the thumbnail for the video, which will go up tonight at 8. And as I say, Pokemon will be delayed a bit longer. Hopefully we'll get it out next week. Just wait and see. Yeah, it's going to be complete trial and error, and it's because I've done videos in videos. So like I did with the birthday haul birthday and Christmas haul vlog, there was where I was doing the unboxing, so you had the little screen there. I've done it quite a few times in that video, and that's what's making the file size so huge. But yeah, I'm going to get into doing the thumbnail. I'm not going to record that, partly because I haven't really thought about what I'm doing. So, oh, dry throat. I will catch you guys soon. It is currently Thursday and finally got Monday's vlog out yesterday. The Pokemon one is still delayed. I found some information online to change a certain setting that should help, but it didn't because the file's still too big. So I'm just going to completely like re-edit it from, not just from scratch, but I'm going to film some extra bits and split it up into two. I think that's the only way it's going to get out at the moment, because I also discovered that you can't choose where you're sending the file when you export it, which is a real pain, because if I could, then the external hard drive would help, but as it's not going to help, I'm not going to bother replacing it now that I've sent it back. So at some point I will be upgrading my PC. It'll just take a couple of months to get the money together that I need. I need to look into sort of the best thing to get. So I think I want to get a desktop, keep the laptop for typing up stories and stuff like that, just so it's sort of separate from everything else. So right now I'm going to get back to sorting out my Pokemon cards because they're still all over the desk, and yeah, I really need the desk for other things at the moment. The rest of the tidying is still on hold whilst I've got work all week, but the good news is the next 3 weeks coming up, I'm only doing 2 days each week, Friday and Saturday, so that's going to give me plenty of time to do tidying, organising, though we have got family coming during that time as well. So yeah, it's still going to get done, just yeah, as you know, as we get to it. But yeah, I'm quite excited to get on top of things because it has been doing my head in, which doesn't happen very often because, as I've said, I am a messy person, just always have been. But I'm going to stop waffling and get into organising. Sunday and I'm about to record the outro for the Pokemon video because I needed to redo it. As you know, I've had to shorten it and yeah, split it into two. But before I do that, I've got a couple of things I want to unbox. Got this is the sort of least exciting thing. It's a new tripod because this one that I'm using, as I've mentioned before, it doesn't tilt, doesn't rotate or anything like that. Plus the top bit where the camera attaches seems to be coming loose, so I want to get another one. And this is only the Amazon Basics one, but it had a good review. Quite a good review, I think. It's like 4.5 stars or something. I forget now. And it does everything I need it to do. So, you know, it seemed like a good choice. Okay, so comes in its own bag, which is always good. Got a bit of plastic stuck in the zip, so I hope it opens. It might not. Oh, yeah, it does. So that's good. I'm getting a bit toasty because the heater's been on. I'll have to lose the hoodie a second before I completely melt. Don't sit next to a radiator. Anyway, so yeah, this is the tripod. I'm also hoping that we're going to be able to use this to record Jay and I playing the TCG. We started playing on the desk. That didn't go too well. I'll get into that in that video. So it meant we had to take the game downstairs. So as this does tilt, yeah, look at that. Oh, I'm really happy it tilts. Then yeah, we should be able to record what we're doing. So yeah, quite happy with that. Looks like it's going to be good. But yeah, I'll get into that later. I don't want to stop recording just to do that. And then I had to run over to the store this morning, just pick up a couple of bits that we were running low on, and I got the non-slip mat stuff. I only got one lot because I have no idea how much I need. And as I said, I want to be putting plushies on here as well. At the moment, I'm thinking along the lines of having, say, Disney on the top shelf, Pokemon on the second shelf, but then have like plushies going down and figures down that one. I'm not sure, haven't decided. We'll play around with it later. Probably not even today actually, because yeah, there's a lot to do. I want to try and get down there finished so I can get rid of this big box because it's just getting in my way now. But the other thing I got from the store, some new coloured pencils, because my pencils have been getting incredibly short. And they had these, I think they were $8.50 each, and there's 44 colours in a set. And you got your warm colours and your cool colours. Kind of annoying they weren't two sets together, but you know, they stack, which is nice. So yeah, this should be good for keeping out of the way, because at the moment my pencils are all over my tech desk, because that's where I tend to do drawing in the evenings if I'm not doing anything for a video. And yeah, they just get in the way. But if I can get these onto the bookcase where I've got my markers that I showed you last vlog, then yeah, they'll be out the way, which will be amazing. So I will be trying these out later, probably stick it into next week's vlog, just see what else I get done today, because as I say, I've got bits to do for the Pokemon video. I want to get that done so I can have that scheduled for Thursday, and then I need to start editing tomorrow's vlog because I haven't started that yet. As I said, you know, doing a 5-day week does throw everything else off, but also I've not been too well the last couple of days, so I've not really felt like doing a huge amount. Still been working on the book. That's going quite well. I was a little stumped on the character I was doing this morning because I'd given him like a temporary name. I do that if I can't think of anything. Sometimes, you know, whilst you're writing, you can just be sat there for hours trying to think of a name for a character. especially as this is an elven character, I didn't want a standard name like Bob or whatever. That could have been funny. But yeah, a lot of this morning was spent trying to figure out what name I wanted to give him. He doesn't need a huge amount of backstory for this particular book, but I needed a better feel for him than I had in the first draft. It just, yeah, he wasn't well-rounded, and he seemed to switch from one thing to another, and it just, yeah, it wasn't good. I needed to sort that out, and now I've kind of got more of a story for him. Yeah, it hopefully will help the second draft flow better, make him feel more believable, which will be nice. I haven't finished his actual character sheet. This was literally mostly working out, his backstory, and I haven't done his character arc. He doesn't have a massive one. He's a side character, and a minor one at that. But he's in it a bit. I want to say, sort of 3 or 4 times, where he interacts with the protagonist, I think. So yeah, he needs to be there, So yeah, I still got to sort out his character arc. He will also be appearing in the second book, certainly in the introduction, probably a bit longer than that. For this one, probably a bit more of a substantial character in the second book. So again, that's why it's important to do some more groundwork for this first story. Yeah, and that was as far as I got this morning. Like I say, spent all the time trying to figure out what to call him. Then I uploaded the files I hadn't uploaded to the cloud, ready for editing tomorrow's vlog. So that's all ready to go. So I didn't do any editing this morning like I try and do, because my mornings at the moment tend to be get up at 7, straight into writing stuff. Then when I've been doing that for about an hour-ish, I then switch to editing. But yeah, I didn't have these files done, so, and like I said, I need to record this outro, so there was no editing per se done this morning. But now I've done all that, been to the store, and it is just gone, it's coming up to 12:15, so I'll be stopping for lunch soon, but I did grab a quick snack before coming up, so that if I want to work closer to lunchtime, usually have lunch around 1, half 1, then I can do that. So I'm going to stop waffling and let's get into doing some things.